Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Anyway, welcome back, friends. I'm going to say happy birthday to Toni-ann because when this airs, it will be her birthday. So happy birthday, Tom.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Another year older. I'm an old fart.
I mean, not really. We're not that old yet.
Double threes.
Does your shirt say happy birthday to you?
No, it says happy hour.
Oh, okay.
Is it backwards?
No, I just saw the happy.
Oh, no, because
it's backwards to you.
Backwards, yeah. Okay, but it's not backwards. No,
not like our first episode where I wore my shirt literally backwards the entire time.
You did.
But did.
It's okay, we learned.
I don't have anything to drink, honestly, because it's too late. This child's on my bladder. I have to pee every 5 minutes. I'm over it.
I know. Well, I have new China because I went to the game last week, and of course, new season, new China. And I didn't even actually. It's a milestone for me. This is the first Mets game I've been to since of legal drinking age where I did not have beer.
Well, it was freezing
because it was 20 degrees out, and all I actually really wanted was a hot chocolate. And I didn't even end up getting a hot chocolate. They were selling out so quickly that like every time the guy came around, like he gave them out so quickly. And then by the time he got back up to me, like there was no more in his thing. And then so eventually I told my mom wanted she likes the whiskey drinks like out in center field. So I was like, oh, let's go out there. Like whiskey warms you up. And she was going to just get like a single, which they gave you in that stupid little plastic cup. So then I look at the souvenir cup and I'm like, is that a double? And the lady's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, just get a double and like we'll split the drink. So
they make them strong too. Oh, I like it.
It's like white. It's like very old school. It's like from the 60s.
Wow, very classy.
Look, doesn't it? It looks like a classic like New York like coffee like shake cup almost.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah, it's so cute. I didn't take a glimpse of what the other ones are, but I like it a lot. And I have in this, to be inspired by what we drank that day, is some Jack Daniels and Arnold Palmer. So almost the same drink. Nice. It just didn't cost me $26. So great.
Yeah, but like if you think about it, like the cup's $12 and the drink's $12. And
no, it's so worth it because the single that they give you in the little, basically like a Dixie cup almost, is like $16. So why not for $10 more?
Well, that was always my thing when you would get like this was back in the day when like drinks were, I would get like a $15 margarita and Toni-ann would have like a beer and I'd be like toasted from the one margarita. Right. And you always are like, I can't believe we're paying this much for a drink. I'm like, well, I'm feeling great and you need 3 more beers. So
yeah, my problem is I have too high of a tolerance, but yes, I also usually drink beer, which obviously takes a lot more. But yeah, so we got that. I also tried the new cinnamon bun egg roll.
Oh, was it good?
It was so good.
Better than the Italian cookie?
I mean, much better than the rainbow cookie. Like very like they had the glaze inside.
I feel like it sounds like it would be better though. Like a rainbow, like a cookie inside of an egg roll just sounds like if you don't eat it as soon as it comes out of the fryer, then it's gonna like harden again like a fried Oreo.
Yeah, it was dry. It was dry.
Whereas like a cinnamon bun,
it had the glaze in it, and it was big. It was like that. Like honestly, it was like this big. Like I think
it was such a good day, honestly, for you to just go to the stadium for free, try all the new food.
The seats are amazing. Like, thank you. All because I joined a panel to give my opinion to the New York Mets. They were like, I'm an amazing advisor. They were like, we want your opinion. And I love
really
giving my opinion.
If I got an email about this.
And
I
just like did. It. And
I'm gonna look.
Not only was the tickets to that game free, and they were great seats, but anybody who went to that
Did you get the voucher?
Got vouchers to go to another game because of like how cold it was that we showed up. So I got 2 pairs of tickets for free, essentially, which is great. And I haven't used those yet, obviously. But and I think I can only use them Monday through Thursday. But either way, like, I'll figure it out. So that was good. It was freaking freezing. I've never been so cold. It was colder than the blanket no-hitter game. Honestly. You good?
Yeah, no, I was just seeing. I didn't get it. But no, I'm shocked that it was colder than the blanket no-hitter game. Like,
oh, you're looking for the email?
Yeah, I was looking for the email. I'm not special, but I mean, I guess April baseball and October baseball can, yes, they can compare in
Yeah,
coldness.
yeah.
But the freaking no-hitter game was cold. But you did use the no-hitter blanket and they still won, so
Yeah, I
the
did. And
juju
I gave my mom the
turned.
lore. I made sure she knew where the blanket came from. Goddamn you, Max Scherzer. And it all worked out. Mets won. They moved it to a day game, so like we didn't get home like middle of the night. It was like still a nice time to get home. But yeah, we're psychos. Listen, I'm not gonna turn down a free ticket. I told my mom I would go by myself, honestly, if need be, if she really like was gonna be too
Didn't
cold
want to go.
because I just like had the time to go and it was free. So I was like, what up? And it is a mission of mine to get to a game solo this year. Like I really want to dip my toe in that kind of independence. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I want to try. So I thought maybe that was going to be a good game to do that because nobody was going to be there. But then my mom was like, no, I'm going to come. And I'm like, oh, okay. So like that didn't happen. So we'll see. But they also debuted. We got talked about. We're in Mets talk a little early, but it's because it stemmed from the Cup conversation. We'll go out of order today. It's fine. They also debuted today the Amazing Pass. I don't know if you saw that.
Didn't see that because I didn't. Yeah, tell me.
That's the monthly standing room only pass. So like you pay $40 for the month, and you could go to unlimited amount of games with standing room only tickets.
See, that I would do, Toni-ann, because
that is so like that's a bargain. Like a bargain.
No, but I'm saying like I would do that for a solo game even if you only make it to one. Like the
Right.
standing room only, you can talk to whoever, you can do whatever, you can walk around, you can watch the game, like you can do literally whatever.
And there are places to like sit with standing room only. Like there's all
Right.
those like little tables
Right.
and like once the game like gets later in the innings, like the ushers don't usually care to just like let you sit in the back row or like something like that. Like they like exclude the Subway Series games, obviously. But like other than that, and I think they also exclude the David Wright game, which is annoying. But like any other game you could go for. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and they give a special discount, not that it matters to us, to Queens residents. So I thought that was really cool too, because like if you live super close, then like why not just go for a couple of innings even, like And now that so
well,
I
we'd
don't
never
know.
do
I'm
that.
considering
We would never be able to go for a couple of innings. Like, let's be real.
I mean, after work, I could like hop on the train, go.
Well, yeah, if you get there late, that's
leave
different. But you wouldn't leave early.
I would get there late is what my stipulation would be. I guess I would not be able to leave early. But right. I don't know, I'm considering getting it.
Well, we can use this as a transition.
Yeah, okay.
Because now that you did get this new job, everybody congratulate Toni-ann. Woohoo! She got a new job. Like, that would be perfect for you to do. And like you could go straight from work and like who knows?
New office is right on the 7 line.
Maybe we'll meet somebody on the train. Maybe we'll meet somebody in the SROs. Who cares?
Larry David, you out there still somewhere? If you know, you know.
It wasn't what I meant, but okay.
Jess doesn't like when we talk about pre-Alec times at Citi Field.
First of all, no, that's not it. First of all, I was not the one that was talking to Larry David. Second of all, Larry David became a stalker. So I don't wish that upon you. Like,
no, I know. For context, we did not really meet Larry David. We were on the train going to a game one day, and we met like these kids that like had.
It was
like,
my birthday. It was my birthday.
They had like a full 18-pack of beers on the train, just like slugging them back, and we like asked them.
This is not the same story. You're telling two different stories at once.
Damn.
Okay, this is what happened with Larry David. Me and Toni-ann and my friend Devin went to Bruzy Brunch for my 23rd birthday.
Oh, yes. Barbonia.
So now we get on the 7 line, and there's this man, and he's like solo, and like you could tell that he was gonna strike up a conversation because we were 3 girls, like very much in baseball attire, and like my friend Devin that I grew up with, she is like always down to do whatever, but she's not like a sports girly. Mm-hmm. Like she's like a magazine fashionista. Her life was literally like Devil Wears Prada in publishing, like life. But down for everything. True team player when it comes to supporting your friends. Anyway, so we're on the train. This guy starts talking. 1 minute he's talking to Toni-ann, 1 minute he's talking to Devin, 1 minute he's talking to Toni-ann, 1 minute he's talking to Devin. He winds up giving both of them their number. And he's texting Toni-ann, but then showed up literally at Devin's job. Like downstairs and was like, I'm outside your building.
I completely forgot about that. Oh my God.
And that was when Devin texted me and was like, please tell Toni-ann to stop talking to this man because he just showed up at my job.
And why did we even call him Larry David? Did he look like him? Because no, he was young.
No, I think he started talking maybe about Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, like he loved Larry David, or he thought himself as Larry David-esque.
I don't know.
Or something
He brought
like
up
that.
Larry David, so everybody just like the two of you just put him in your phone as Larry David. I couldn't even tell you what his name was.
Yeah, it was probably something generic, like Matt or something.
I mean, it worked out for us because we wanted to make McFadden's his friends.
Yeah,
and bought us drinks all night. It was my birthday.
Was that the like 15-0 game?
There was too many games that year. It was a good game.
It was 2015, guys, for context.
It was a good game.
Anyway, that was not Larry David. But so there was another time where we met a bunch of guys on the 7 line and had a bunch of beers. Okay, so we just had a great year. But anyway, yeah, maybe that could happen for me this year. Who knows?
Maybe. Maybe.
But yes, ladies and gents, I did get a new job after 10 years, after a full decade. It's definitely bittersweet because I like this job. It's not like I'm leaving it because I hate people. I like it, but I need to be on to bigger and better things. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
I was cracking up at your Snapchat this morning because like you were like, I'm finally telling people and everybody seems so sad to see me go. And that is by far the best part of leaving a job. Like when people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving. I'm like, wow, you're making me feel so special. But like,
it's so great. Like when they write back like, no, I'm like,
oh. Right. Thanks. I don't even know if you mean this genuinely, but thank you.
I also found out because when we were talking about me leaving, like in the last team meeting with my team, who's 17 women, we're literally like chatterboxes, like we're very close. And one of the girls, who is great, we just recently started following each other on Instagram. Like, I'm not usually biffles with people on Instagram that I work with, but like over time, like I just didn't really care anymore. So like we just became friendly enough that I just like let them follow me on Instagram. And I always forget that I have the Being Friends Pod link in my profile on Instagram. So like when we were talking about something, the girl Ashley was like, yeah, so now we'll just have to listen to your pod to like stay up to date on your life. And my face went white and I was like, how do you know I have a podcast? I'm like, nobody's supposed to know about the podcast. And even my boss is like, wait, you have a podcast? And I'm like, can we change the subject? I'm not supposed to have a podcast. So if any of you that I work with currently watch this, I love you. I'm going to miss you.
But don't tell me.
But this was supposed to be like my secret double life. Yes, I know that there's a link to it in my Instagram and I might have forgotten about that. It's fine. I didn't think real people I knew in real life besides their parents watched this, okay? So yeah, so that's exciting. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll have plenty of news stories for the new job. And it's a new chapter. In my 33rd year.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Wait. My like ridiculous, this was like a stretch for my ridiculous thing this week, honestly. So like I feel like we don't really like need a ridiculous thing, but this is like ridiculous things I've been seeing while driving lately to and from work. And
besides
also
Cybertrucks.
And also yesterday. Okay, so let's start with yesterday's. Going to my aunt's for Palm Sunday. There's a man reading, literally has papers on his steering wheel and he is reading while on 80. What are we doing? Yikes. What are we doing? That's not safe. Okay, let's backtrack a couple weeks ago. This woman on 24 is grading and reading papers. Why are we reading while we're driving?
Reading papers?
Grading papers. Literally had a pen and a highlighter in her hand, paper on the steering wheel, and she's driving and like highlighting.
Girl, just go to the parking lot a little early and get it done. What are we doing?
Okay, but like, yes, we were in traffic, but still, I'm like, how, why?
No.
Why are you doing
unacceptable?
This? Okay, and then last but not least, this might be the most bizarre of them all, which is saying a lot. Driving home from work, I'm on 287. I'm driving. I look to my left. There is a man driving with one hand and massage gunning his chest with the straight up terror gunning his chest.
You know that he just came from like the gym or like a pickup basketball game or something.
No, like I think he was in work clothes, which made it even worse. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how are we driving? First of all, that thing vibrates your whole body. Like,
Oh yeah.
it vibrates your whole body. I have one. I use it on my back. I use it on my shoulders. Like, there is no. How are we driving?
That's rough.
I'm concerned for the human population. We need to take driving more serious.
Oh my God.
That's that.
That's like the joy of, not the joy, but that's the things in commuting that you see people do every day. I am excited for my commute to come back. I don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, you're going to have good commuting stories.
I hope so. I mean, I hope they're not too crazy, but like.
No, but let's be real. There was always like something like, not that every once in a while, you just get something that you see and you're like, what are you doing? Like, the grading paper while driving was definitely, I was like, what? I had to call my mom. I literally called my mom and I was like, there's a woman driving next to me and I'm pretty sure she's grading papers. And she was like, what? I'm like, she literally has a paper on her desk and I mean on her steering wheel and she has a highlighter and a pen in her hand.
That's
and
unreal.
I think she is grading papers.
That's actually unreal.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway.
That is a ridiculous thing. So
yeah. Well, and then we have a cumulative ridiculous thing that happened today that we could discuss too, because it's our main topic of discussion. Yeah. We refrained from really talking about it all day because
this was a good idea.
Like, we knew. So go ahead, you start, because you were the one that Snapchatted me, and then I realized that they were broadcasting it.
Yeah. Well, my work chat was talking about it. I didn't even realize it until my work chat was talking about it. But apparently, a group of women today, Jeff Bezos just decided to send space. One of them was his girlfriend. One of them was Gayle King. One of them was Katy Perry. One of them, and then there's a couple
I don't know
other
who the
women
other two were.
Yeah, I guess they were, to me, they look like housewives. Like, I don't know who they were, like, at all.
Yeah, I don't know who they were either.
They were rich people. They were not astronauts in any way, shape, or form. They were all celebrities and rich people. And, you know, they hyped this up like, oh, you know, because it was on Gayle's show. So they were like, oh, Gayle's going to space. And, you know, oh my God. And I'm just like, okay.
Then, for those who don't know, Toni-ann's petrified of space.
I have a deep phobia of space. Yes. So I kind of didn't even want to watch it. But then, like, you know, curiosity gets you because you think of all these TV shows and the movies you watch where launches go very wrong. So then you're like, I don't want to miss history. Like, if this thing just blows up and kills all these celebrities. So I'm like, I gotta watch it, right? If anybody watches Succession, you know what I'm talking about because there was an episode about that. Anyway, so so they get launched. They're successful launched. And then you find out when they're going up into space, you're like, oh, wow, that's crazy. They were not going into space.
They were only in space for 11 minutes.
They were zero gravity for less than 4 minutes. Like, they literally, wherever that line is where like gravity is, like they went like right back down. Like, that's not going to space. You are not an astronaut, okay? This is like an insult to all the actual astronauts out there.
Okay, wait. So the whole time, me and Toni-ann are like, wait, this is it? This is anticlimactic. But then I was watching World News, and they showed like video from inside, like the.
Why didn't Gayle's show have that she's the main event?
I don't know. Maybe they had to take the cameras out like after, obviously. It wasn't like a live feed, I guess. I don't know, but it did look cool that they were like all floating around and you could see like the moon and then you could see like the hemisphere or whatever. So, okay. I'm not saying that it was totally like not worth it because yes, did they get a once in a lifetime experience? Yes, but if you tell me you're sending people to space, I'm thinking you're sending them up there for like, I don't know, a couple hours.
I'm sorry. They came out of that thing and kissed the ground like they were one of those astronauts that were up there for a year. Like, you were up there for 11 minutes. 11 minutes.
It literally
takes me longer to go to the bank. Are you kidding me?
My mom goes, wow, it's like they really went on like Space Mountain.
Literally. Like, and listen, like, and then they're like, oh, first all female crew. You're not doing jobs up there. You're sitting in a seat and going, and it's one like the ride at Coney Island. Like, you're going up and coming down. Like, There's no jobs up there. You're not an astronaut. You're not a crew member. Like, you're just a passenger.
One positive, their outfits were fire.
Yeah, I think because I saw the Kardashians there, and I'm like, did Skims design this outfit? Because they look snatched in it. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
They looked. I was like, I want one of those.
I know, like, it kind of looks really good. But again, makes sense they had that outfit and not the regular, like, bubble outfit because they weren't fucking doing shit. They were going to space. So you could just wear a cool snatched outfit.
Yeah, we should have known. We should have known when they didn't have helmet. But, like, they didn't have helmets on. Aren't you supposed to have a helmet on?
You would think, right? Did you also hear, I don't know, you were watching it, you probably heard, but, like, because I was watching CBS where Gail works, and they were like, they had her on like a phone. Like, you could hear her, like, screaming, like, when they were going up.
Yeah, they were all like...
And then they were in space, and did you hear Katy Perry singing?
No, apparently that was supposed to be, like, a thing. Like, she was gonna sing in space.
How
Do you know
cringe?
that? I've been singing extraterrestrial all day. I've literally been singing ET.
I just saw a meme that was like, damn, they really were floating up there like a plastic bag going through the wind. But, like, seriously, like, and then she comes down and she touches the ground and she kisses it, and then there's an interview. I'm crying. There's an interviewer going, when I was up there, I just felt so much love. Like, I felt so connected to love. And I'm like, bitch, what are you even talking about? Like, are you on LSD right now? Like, what is going on? Like, what does connected to love mean? Like,
I just think that we need to set people's expectations for these things a lot lower. Like, my mom's like, yeah, this is what Michael Strahan did too, and I'm like, I forgot that they did that. One, but two, like, if you say you're going to space,
go for an hour at least,
right? Like, you can't tell me that you're going to space and then just come right back down. I was like, oh, cool. Tonight at like 6:00, we're gonna see them come back. Like, that's what I thought was happening.
That's like me doing a huge cannonball and coming back up and being like, I deep sea dived. But no. That's my other deep fear. Deep space and deep sea. I don't like either of those things. I like to stay in the middle.
No, like, literally, it was the parachute ride at Six Flags.
And then my thought was also, like, this is the exact opposite of the Ocean Gate. Like, this is, instead of rich people going underwater, like, they're going, like, up in space. And, like, why can't we learn? Especially... not to
but
sound...
also, that's the most dangerous part of space that they, like, went to. Like, the atmosphere. That's where you go.
You could burn up. And then the re-entry is the most scary part. And I'm not going to lie, when they came down and those parachutes came out and they were, like, skinny straight at first, I had a thought of a second, like, oh, shit, those are not opening. Like, I thought they were going down, and then they, like, poofed, and I'm like,
always Toni-ann.
I wasn't hoping for it. I was not hoping for it.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Well, because I hate space, so obviously I think that everything that's going to happen is going to be a disaster.
Oh, right.
Again, like, but then they were literally just, like I said, they were in space for less time than it takes me to go to Target. Like, I honestly, like, I was so disappointed.
I was too, because, again, don't tell me you're going to space. Just say, we're doing a space ride. Like, call it a space ride.
It was a ride. It was a launch and a descent. There was no ride involved.
Right. We're getting slingshotted. You got slingshotted.
I'm pretty sure my little Sims in Roller Coaster Tycoon went into space higher than that when I used to build my roller coasters and kill them. So I don't find it that impressive. And then, like, Jeff Bezos, like, listen, like I said, I
of course his girlfriend was the first one in and out of that thing, and they acted like they didn't see each other for freaking, like, years. I'm like...
But he did fund the whole thing. He needed his moment to, like, open the door and, like, welcome them all out. Like, welcome home, as if they just went off to war. Like, welcome home, hugging them all. And I'm like, but you know what? If I was rich-ass Jeffrey Bezos, I'd be doing the same shit. Like, I'd be balling right now. Like,
I know.
So I don't fault him. I don't fault him at all. You know?
Literally.
I know morally, like, we're not supposed to like billionaires, but, like, he seems pretty chill. I don't know. All the other ones are weird.
I don't know about that. I think he does a good job at, like, hiding how...
Yeah, he does a better job at pretending to be
how vain he really is. Listen, not all billionaires are bad. It's the quiet ones that are the good ones. Let's be real. If you're out here flaunting your billions, you're probably not...
Name one good billionaire.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, I didn't think about her. Okay. I guess I was thinking men.
Well, yeah, the women billionaires.
Mr.
There we go.
Beast.
There's the difference. There's the difference. The women billionaires are willing to give back to the people of the communities.
Yeah, Melinda Gates. Not Bill.
No.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Idiots.
All right. Well, we still can end with the Mets because we do have like
Oh,
one
yeah.
last topic to talk about because
Oh, yeah.
it is annoying. I was annoyed.
So I can't blame Gen Z, but I could. I think this is Gen Z's problem. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I know we're trying to turn baseball into younger fans because like that's how you keep the game going. But like this new breed of fans, I'm not liking. Like,
Agreed.
yeah, like they were throwing shit on the field during a win.
Yeah, I don't get that.
What?
Also, I don't get that if you lose either. Like, it's still our team. Why are you throwing trash?
Right, and like that doesn't affect the team. That affects the poor like cleaning people that now have to go fucking clean all that up. Like that's just rude. Then there was a streaker, not a streaker. He wasn't naked. A runner, you know, like when people jump on the field.
Wait, like why are we running in the second week of the season?
Again, it was a game I think it was a tie game. Or like it was a very late going game. It was extra innings. And I was listening on the radio and Howie Rose was like, it's cold. It's late. This is a miserable game. Why are you prolonging this for everyone there? Like,
right.
This is something you maybe would do like in the summer when like everybody's just like drunk as hell and like whatever. I still don't get
even when you do it, it's stupid.
It makes no sense. You always get caught, you get banned, you don't get shown on TV. So it's like, what are you doing it for?
The only time somebody should go on the field is if you're Drew Barrymore in Fever Pitch.
I was about to start saying it. I'm like, no, she's on it. She got it.
And that is to stop your boyfriend from selling his season tickets. And that is the only reason. If that is your reason, if your man is about to sell his baseline above the dugout,
sell your season tickets for me,
then you have all intents and purposes to get on the field and run across it and make a statement of love. If not, get your asses back in your seats.
And touch Johnny Damon's ass while you're doing it.
That's it.
But yeah, so I don't get why you do that. Then this new thing with the pitch clock that now it's a countdown every single pitch.
It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. I heard it on my TV and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Luckily, people lose steam. Like they started at the beginning of the game and then by like the second, third inning, like
no, it's literally so dumb. Like I don't understand why we have to act like children.
But Carlos Mendoza encouraged it because he went on an interview and he was like, oh, Citi Field like was so lit this weekend. Like it was like October baseball in April, like the pitch count thing. It was so cool. The countdown, it's really intimidating. We got a real big home field advantage. And I'm like, and how about the Met fans that are just supposed to like try to enjoy the game and they're fucking hearing people count wrong half the time. Like people don't even count right.
No, the point is that they count wrong, so it like throws them off. But,
no, but they're not doing that. They're just bad at timing. It's so bad. So new generation, this is what happens when your team gets good. You get bandwagon people that come and want to have a good time at a game, but they don't know what the hell they're doing. The countdown clock is the new wave. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do it all season. It's gotta die.
No, it has to die. Like that's annoying. It's annoying. It's stupid. Also,
that's
the countdown
something
clock.
Like Yankees fans do.
Right, like that's the thing is like I feel like we're acting like not us, but the new generation of Mets fans are acting. They are not humbled by being a Met fan. And that's their problem.
They don't have the past trauma. They only have recent success. And I'm not saying they should have to suffer, but
no, they should.
But I think they should suffer a little bit.
No, they need to suffer or they need to be told by their parents how it is. Like put some dignity on our name. Like, don't allow this.
These are people in their early 20s. Like, where are their parents going? That's not how Mets fans behave. Like, humble yourself. Or go back to the Bronx, because that's probably where you started a couple of years ago until you realized the Mets were getting good. Like, I can't believe you were a Mets fan your whole life and you act like that. No way, no how.
No.
These are the recent new fans.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing, but I hate it. I actually hate it. So, yeah. All of you need to simmer. All of you need to learn how to behave because this is a classy establishment here.
Yeah, maybe I'll use that amazing pass with my standing room only to go there and be like a patrol. Like I'll go like stand in the outfield and like in the standing room only. And then if I see like hooligans, I'm gonna go over there and be like, excuse me,
This is not how we act.
this is not how we act. And they're gonna be like, who are you? And I'll be like, I am a standing room only holder, and I'm trying to tell you, like, this is not the way we act.
I'm an amazing ambassador, and I'm a standing room
And in
only
my
ticket
dream,
holder.
I picture like standing next to the usher as I say this, and then like as the people walk away, the usher goes, and we high five, and then I carry on my day. Because I did get a good look the other day by the usher
like
in our
a true
section.
sitcom.
Yeah, because like I did get, it was almost a moment like that. We didn't high five because our hands were all so cold and our hands were in our pockets. But there was a moment where I went to the bathroom in between inning, and I came back, and obviously there was an at bat going on. So I stood there, and because the rule that people have also seemed to forget is that you should not be going down the aisle in the middle of an at bat. You should be waiting at the top until the at bat's over. Like that's always been the rule because you're not supposed to block people's vision in the middle of an at bat.
Right.
Ushers have been lax in enforcing that in recent years. So, and granted, there were probably maybe only like 300 people in the ballpark that day. So maybe I was being a little bit of a stickler, but I just learned habits and I follow them. So I was standing next to the usher, just watching somebody up at bat, and I was waiting for the at bats to be over. And like 3 people like just passed right by us and like went to go down. And the usher said to me, like, you could go. And I'm like, you're not supposed to tell me that. I said this to him, like word for word. I'm like, you're not supposed to tell me that. Like, I'm waiting for the at bat to be over. Like, there used to be signs up that said that in the front of each section. Do you remember that? Maybe that was Shay. I don't know. I feel like that was somewhere that said like, please wait until the at bat's over to return to your seat or something like that. And
I know they do that at hockey. They have like little hockey pucks and they flip them.
oh, that's
like,
cute.
Go, don't go.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I know baseball, there's a lot more downtime than hockey. So like you have a lot more time to move around.
No, hockey,
baseball.
like you've really got to wait for like a stop. Like you have to wait for a stop.
Because that's a lot more
like
action.
Baseball's like different because like, you know what I mean? I feel like it depends. Like,
but you don't have to wait as long anymore because the pitch clock like makes the at bats go faster.
Right.
So,
that's
anyway, so when I said that to him, I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait for the at bat to be over. Like you're supposed to be enforcing that. And he's like, yeah, I know, but some people, they give you nasty looks, so they just go anyway. So, some people, all of us don't really think it's worth saying anymore. And then, so I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, the next guy was going, and I could tell it was somebody that wasn't going to give me a hard time. Like, if it was somebody going to give me a hard time, I was going to say it. But the next person that came, I was like, why don't you wait till the at-bat's over? Like, that's what we're supposed to do. And the guy was like, oh, okay, sure. And the usher just gave me a look like, I'm like, yeah.
Toni-ann's like, I'm trying out for my retiree job.
There was a Cracker Jack salesman, so old in our section. I'm sorry, it was like 20 degrees out. He had a hunchback like no other. He can't really be making that good of money.
It's literally from holding the freaking Cracker Jacks on his back probably for all these years.
Well, now, because, they have the thing where it's like but like my mom even said to me, like, you can't be making that good of money as a Cracker Jack salesman to still be doing this job. And that man looked like he was pushing 95.
They're in a union.
Is it a union job?
I think so.
And I mean, I get
like so the stadium workers union. I think don't quote me. I think the hawkers or like the seat vendors are in the union.
And I know they
he's probably number one on the seniority chart. He probably has been there for a million years. He's gotten all the raises. Some people get fees just for walking in the door and showing up to work. It was
too cold of a day. I looked at him and I looked at him the same way that I would look at a baby with no socks on in that weather. I was like, what
there
are
was
you
people
doing?
With their babies there, and I'm like, okay, I understand. Like
with no hats.
I'm a lunatic too, but like I would never subject my child to that.
I said that too. Both me and my mom said that to ourselves.
I would subject myself,
psychos, but we
100%.
Yeah.
Would subject myself, but I would never subject my child to the elements in
my child
April.
Will be subjected at a very young age during the summer, but no, not a game like that. That's not happening.
Not when
it's not 100-degree weather either. Like my baby's gonna go to their first game, and they're gonna be super young, but it's gonna be weather they're not gonna die in. Like I'm not psycho.
Yeah.
There's other games. You don't have to bring your kid to every game.
Yeah, you don't have to go to April baseball with infants and toddlers.
I didn't even want to take my mother to that game, and there's like babies with no hats on out there, and 95-year-old men trying to sell Cracker Jack. I'm like, what's going on here? No surviving skills. Anyway, that is life right now. Do we have anything else to add?
I don't think so. No. Aside from the fact that I'm at the point in pregnancy where I'm like halfway to like, do you see what I look like?
I actually thought you looked very nice today. Not when you do that.
I feel like my eyes are like so like beat up and like I look like I have bags under my eyes.
You have less bags under your eyes than me, and I put under eye on before this.
I don't have makeup on my eyelids on the top. They're this dark.
Okay, but like it looks like makeup. So like I said, I had to put under eye concealer on before this call, and it's still pretty bad. So you look great.
Thanks.
And I did think when we first got on, now you've done this to your face 8 gazillion times, maybe not, but when we first got on the call, I thought you looked nice.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm just trying to, like, again, survive. Keep my eyes open.
You're thriving. You're not just surviving. You're thriving, friend.
We're trying.
Well, on that note, jinx. We shall bid you adieu. Yes. My last goodbye as a 32-year-old.
Happy Easter to you all, Greeks and the non-Greeks.
Bona Pasqua.
Also, happy Passover, because it's Passover, and it's Orthodox Easter, and it's Easter.
Yeah, the Easter's being the same weekend this year. Everything's
the same.
Yeah,
it really lines up well. So, happy everything to everyone.
Right, so spring break worked out well for all the schools this year, because it was all the same time.
Well, you would think, but then apparently, like, my dad's one cousin is like an aide in a school, and she has spring break next week. I was like, but Passover is this week. Why would they do that?
Yeah,
like,
that makes no sense.
When it falls like the same week, why would you do that?
Well, everybody else is this week, so
yeah,
whatever.
So anyway, all right.
Anyway, happy holidays,
friends.
Spring edition.
Thanks for being our friend.
Thanks for being here. Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.